Millions of money. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, fit to beat your home, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches can't. like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitch it's either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count, and what you speaking to me for? Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they create that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war. Yeah.
It's from they know that's what they see.
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it, made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image, UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is it? Good riddance, don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga, let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop, heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. UPK with real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for bars, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your move on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog, down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope, forget the struggles. Life like tug of war, resist, or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On gold like a German shepherd, young and a restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
It's from ain't on it. What is it?
You good? And Most High Christ, give it up. Yeah, for the ISUPK Chicago's Monday Brotherhood class. I'm Priest Officer 1000 Karyash of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Here joining me today is Priest and Officer Zunya Allah. Oh, big shout out to that brother coming down, holding it down with the priest today. Today's the Brotherhood class, man. We got a bunch of different topics we got to talk about. Of course, Brotherhood amongst fake Israelite groups. We're going to go into that. We're going to go into Brotherhood amongst Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, especially with these holidays coming up. You got Thanksgiving around the corner. You got Christmas Day. We're going to talk about brotherhood affecting those holidays and what you can do to be a brother for those days. What else we got? There was something else I wanted to touch on as well as brotherhood in the last days. You don't understand, we are in the last days of this kingdom, of this empire, of this place you so-called America, which we know as Babylon, or the daughter of Babylon in the Bible. That's right. This right here, Egypt, called Egypt in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah, all over again, is right here in America. And we're going to touch on all of that, seeing the day and times we are in. You got to realize the hour we are in right now, according to the scriptures. The days we are in right now is the final days of this place. So for order to us to understand, to get to that moment, to the return of our King, we got to start perfecting every part of our brotherhood. Right. Perfecting each ways we serve the Lord and his law, statutes, and commandments. Because we got to realize, man, not everyone's going to make it on that day. That's in the scriptures. That day is going to be a cold day, burning day. These Christians, they pray for it, wait for it. They think it's going to be some great day with rainbows and Care Bears. That ain't the truth, man. The truth is there's going to be a horrible day with gnashing of teeth and fire, what the scriptures call upon. It's going to be a scary day. That's right. Some of the most hardcore brothers you ever thought you met, you don't see them out there shaking. I'm telling you right now, because there ain't going to be nothing out there like it. Not us. We ain't gonna be shaking. But, right. You know, cats you ain't never see. You know, you think are hardcore gangsters, militant. You think are whoopty bland. You gonna be seeing them in that day, terrified of the sight they're gonna see, because they're not ready for the fall of this kingdom. Nobody's really ready unless you with the ISUPK. Because the ISUPK, we the real doomsday preppers. Right here is where we teach you where to get ready for the day of the Lord. Everywhere else is just a Christian boot camp. I'm telling you right now. Now, first, I want to open up the line, see if we got any comments in online on social media. Officer Zunya Allah will let me know. We good? You know, so if y'all got any questions concerning to the topic or not, y'all can put them down below. We'll get to them when we get the chance. But if you could, brother, let me get the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. In the New Testament. We're going to, like I said, we're going to be touching on brotherhood. Today's a brotherhood class. We're going to be talking about brotherhood in these last days, brotherhood amongst Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans in these last days, brotherhood amongst camps, brothers called camps, or other Israelite groups, schools, factions, whatever you want to call them. You know, all these little fake Israelite groups that think they're doing something, man. So if you didn't know, over Chicago over the weekend, they had a whole unity camp out here, because they got beat up by the Palestinians. You know what I mean? Which should never happen. Don't get me wrong. Brothers should never get hands fallen on by no type of heathen. You know, I understand their anger. But it was done. And what they got to understand is that they want to have a unity camp, they need to follow on the order, man. There is no unity if you don't have one body. That's what people have to realize. There's many different break-offs and factions when it comes to talking about the term Israelites. When you talk about Hebrew Israelites or Israelites, there are many different break-offs, many people that think they know what they're talking about when they don't. And that's the issue. The ISUPK under Command General, we are the original Israelite school, started in 1969. If you don't know your history, look us up. That's right. No one knew the 12 tribes chart before us. If you're saying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israel, you're paying homage to one West. If you got fringes on the border of your garments, and you're paying homage to one West. If you go out there with a speaker and headpieces, you're paying homage to one West. Right. So what's the point about being a perpetrator or playing dress up, man? Why don't you get up with the originals, the OGs, the real gangsters? You know what I mean? That's right. Everybody else is false flag. That's what brothers got to realize. And it's not to insult anybody. I get it. There's some brothers out there that started a camp that felt so moved by the Spirit of the Lord, they wanted to do something. But you see, just like everything, there's order in this world. You can't just do that in the white man's military. If you feel like, no sweat, if you feel like, if you in the white man's military, right, and you feel so moved and patriotic and you want to go start your own military, the FBI and the ATF are going to raid your crib. Like, what are we talking about? You're going to be up there trying to start your own militia? Wow, bro, I appreciate it. Or try to be something greater than the United States military. They're going to kick in your door. Why? Because they need to be ordered. If you're going to start your own military, guess what you got to do? You got to be within the United States ranks. Same with everybody. Everybody want to talk about bringing the nation together, and Israelites need being together. For that to happen, they need to be ordered. Or then guess what's going to happen, Azan? You're going to have cats saying over here, well, we can rape women. You'll have cats over here saying, well, we can smoke weed. The scriptures say, how can two be joined together unless they have a common understanding? I'm paraphrasing. How am I going to sit here with a brother that condones raping women? Right. And I have a 5-year-old daughter. Right. I'm supposed to sit here and call that man my brother while he's thinking about raping my daughter. I'm sorry, while he's thinking about assaulting my daughter. I gotta use the politically correct term. Salakia, don't kick me off. I'm learning. I'm learning. You know, while they thinking about SAing my daughter. That's what brothers and sisters don't understand. You want to talk all this peace and love and unity amongst the Israelites. Well, guess what? There has to be order, or there will be no unity. Or you're going to have a bunch of cats, the same as the streets. And with the streets going on right now with the gang culture is exactly what life looks out without order. Now, don't get me wrong. The gang's always been against blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. But at one point in time, they used to be ordered. You used to have to, answer to a hierarchy. You used to have to get permission to do certain things. Right. But now you have no order. You have no limits. And that's why the streets look like they do now. And that's the same thing that can happen to the Israelite world. If brothers don't understand there's order and authority, that's just like during the time of David. The time of David, the kingdom split. The kingdom went into bloodshed and idolatry. And the reason that happened is because brothers forgot brotherhood. They forgot order. Order and decency is a part of brotherhood. Me giving a brother order, that's brotherhood. If I didn't look over my brother, watch over my brother, then guess what I'm doing? I'm letting him fail. Right. If there's no one to watch over you and they let you fail, then they're not doing their job as teachers. That's what people don't understand. But they want to do their own thing and be their own teachers and lift themselves up, man. When that's not what this is about. This is about lifting up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the people that have been downtrodden for 500 years. So you in here trying to uplift yourself because you think you're so great and high mighty. You're destroying the nation. You're destroying your brotherhood. You're destroying your people even more by making your own doctrines and religions. Go ahead, brother. You got that scripture for me?
Go
ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36.
Now I'm bringing this scripture up to show that the days are here. The days you don't think that you thought would never happen are about to be right in front of your face. Go ahead.
Verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man. No one knows when Christ is going to return. No one knows the hour. But guess what? We can tell when the time is close. This whole book, the whole chapter, Matthew 24, is one of my favorite chapters in the Bible. It talks about the end of days. You read it all the way through. It talks to you about what the end of days are going to look like. And Christ gives signs to the return of his coming. He doesn't say, look, once you see all this, no, I'm showing up the next day. But he's saying, look, when you see these things, know the time is near. He gave a great parable saying, just like the trees during the springtime, when you see them start to sprout, not when they sprouted already, when they're about to sprout, when the snow is melted, and you see the sun getting warm and all the dead leaves are gone. No, that's going to be like the return of my coming. That's an amazing analogy or parable to the return of Christ. Because what you're seeing right now with Israel and Hamas, what you're seeing out here with World War III going on, what you're seeing with these Palestinian attacks, what you're seeing right here with the economy falling in America, what you're seeing with these politicians and everything else, and the crumbling of America's religious systems, is you seeing the beginning of the return of our King.
That's right.
That's what we don't realize. And Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, for our King to return, we got to make our brotherhood solid. Number two things Christ said are the greatest commandments. Is number one was what? You know what? Go ahead, brother. What's number one?
Number one is love the Lord with all your heart and soul.
Yep.
And then treat your brother as you want to be treated.
Love your brother as you love yourself. Damn right. That's it. Love your brother as you love yourself. But us as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we don't love our brother as we love ourselves. You want to know how I know? Because we sleep with our brothers' wives. We go and sell drugs to our brothers' mothers. We out here killing each other. It's 2023, Azan, and we still killing each other over colors. We killing each other over blocks that we don't own. We're killing each other over drugs that have been killing us for centuries. You should go look at the fentanyl overdose rates. That's what we're killing each other for. We producing this poison on the street that we've been producing since the 80s, since Ronald Reagan and them dropped them in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. Y'all can't see the detrimental destruction that is done to our people. You get what I'm saying? Like, well, what's going on here in America is Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians brotherhood is crumbling. And we got to look at each other right now and see all we got. Us as Black people, Hispanics, Native American Indians. We were just on the Native American reservation this Saturday, out there for Operation Reservation, giving clothes back to our people. We asked these brothers and sisters, who else comes out here? Who else comes to see? Who else comes to do these things? They said nobody. Y'all the first ones to come out here and do it, man. And that's a goddamn shame. You want to know why that's a goddamn shame? Because Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we should be looking out for each other. Because we know for a fact America won't look out for us.
Right.
America won't look out for Black people. How do you know? They threw them in the ghettos, had them in slavery. They won't look out for the Hispanics. Well, how you know that? They're locked in dog cages right now. They won't look out for the Native Americans. How do you know that? Because they slaughtered them by the millions and threw them on reservations and stole their culture, stole their language. It was illegal, the same way the scriptures say it was illegal for a man to profess himself a Jew. It was illegal for a Native American to wear his regalia. Illegal for him to wear long hair and braids. It was illegal for him to try to represent anything of his culture. Why? Because it was Israelite culture. That's what we don't realize. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're all we got in this society. Right. None of these other people. You can see it with these Palestinians. These Palestinians out here beating up Black people right along with the white people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to do out there with the damn Israelis bombing them. You ain't got no fighter jets. You ain't got no horse in this war. But they out there beating on you, going after you, just like you siding with America, man. Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. These Arabs don't love you. These East Indians don't love you. The Chinese, come on, Azan. How many times we've seen these Chinese people beating up the sisters in the nail salons? Like, and our sisters still go to them. You get what I'm saying? Beating them up in the beauty supply store, trying to gun them down. But we still trying to support them. When Blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, we got to unite. We got to have brotherhood for each other, love each other. Why? Go ahead. Continue reading if you could.
From the top, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Go ahead.
No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
No one knows the day of the return of Christ. No, many people have tried in the days to say, yeah, Christ is coming back, July 21st, 2001. You know what I'm saying? Many people have said, Christ is coming back next week. There's many people that have said that. Don't believe that. Those are all farces and lies. Even in the Isupk, when we was teaching the 2,000-year prophecy, guess what we also taught? This scripture right here. No man knoweth the hour and the day. You know what I'm saying? No man knows when Christ can return. No one knows. But we have to live every day prepared for him to return. Meaning what? We can't sleep with each other's wives. We can't sell our brother poison. We can't sit here and be divided through religions, creeds, gangs, whatever you want to call yourself, fraternities. You out here, a black and Hispanic man in the damn Greek fraternity looking like a goddamn idiot.
Right.
Over here spanking each other with paddles. What's wrong with them, Azan? Like, then you want to...
It's like I want.
Go ahead, bro.
A lot of our people, they like to be degraded. And you know what? And they don't open their eyes to understand that type of manipulation is not for us. Guess what? Don't Greek fraternities, they're not for us. These gangs where we're pumping drugs to each other, they're not for us.
Right.
Sleeping with your brother or your kinfolk's baby mama or wife and all that stuff, it's not for us. It's like, when are we gonna stop doing what's wrong, which is so easy, and start doing the hard thing and be like, you know what? That's that brother's woman. Hey, everybody should be leaving her alone. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when we have kids and stuff and they hit teenage age, they want to look at them in a certain way. It's like, it's a whole type of devilish thinking that our people got, that we have to come out of those type of mentalities. We got to be better than that. We got to go ahead and fight all them demons, because those are stupid demons. Those are things you ain't even supposed to be thinking about. They shouldn't even be conscious in your thoughts. But the devil, the Satan works in mysterious ways where he knows how to tempt you. So what brothers and sisters got to do is, when Satan is coming at you, understand that those things are not for you. Those things are actually a test of how you will conduct yourself in those trials, And that's why, when brothers go ahead and sell drugs, guess what? You go to jail because you didn't pass that trial. The Most High seen what you were doing. You were pumping drugs to your own brothers and sisters. They're strung out on drugs now. Guess what? You may be having money in your pocket right now, but eventually you won't get yours.
That's the point.
So, we gotta stop doing what the heathen basically showed us how to do, or what they bring into our neighbors and enriched us with, to where we think that we're enriched, but we're really degrading our whole neighborhood and our own society.
No, you're absolutely right, brother. Azanyala is absolutely right, because that's exactly what he's saying in the gist is, you can't expect to profit off what your oppressor profits off of. Like, you gotta look at the drug dealers, man. Look at Ronald Reagan, the #1 coke dealer. I bet they ain't know that. The #1 coke dealer that ever exists, president of the United States. Now, you sell an ounce of cocaine, you go into Guantanamo Bay. Am I right or wrong? You grew up in the 80s, Azanyala. Ain't that what's happening to brothers? Brothers was moving little dime bags and got life in prison. The 3 strikes law. 3 strikes, you out. But they was moving drugs all throughout South and Central America, funding proxy wars. You know what I'm saying? You got sisters out here trying to replicate what Marilyn Monroe and all these other devil sisters, all them little she devils was doing, trying to be prostitutes and sluts, seeing that that's not the way. When you go be a slut, you end up in someone's trunk. You end up in someone's basement. You over here saying a man can't get with you unless he pays. Well, guess what? That makes you a prostitute. Like, what are we talking about here? But that's the way of the heathen. That's the way they've been teaching you, like Azan been saying. That's the way they teach you here in America. But you gotta brainwash yourself. You gotta scrub your mind of the American doctrine. America teaches you to go everywhere against the Lord. Everything you do, from the things you eat, from the things you pray to, from the things you wear, to all go against the Most High. And you over here saying here as a woman, with your butt all out, your breasts all out, I just want to wear it. You don't just want to wear it because someone told you to wear it.
Right.
Someone told you to dress like that. You get what I'm saying? If people didn't tell you to dress like that, you wouldn't be dressing. If they made skirts and dresses popular, sisters be wearing dresses. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's so influential what we do here in the Israelite School UPK. We make Israelite doctrine, we make Israelite culture popping. We push it to the forefront. That's why when you see brothers going out to clubs and everything, they wear the arm braces, the boots, the headpieces, and people can tell. They be like, y'all different, man. Yeah, we different. Y'all all in here wearing Gucci and Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger. Man, I'm in here wearing Tazaria. I got the Carl gas on. I smell different. I walk different.
You got the finisher on.
You know what I'm saying? I got the combat boots in the club. I look like I'm about to kill something. You in here looking like you about to go sing and dance. We not the same.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. You have something you want to say?
Kind of, sir. And it's kind of like with a lot of things that are manipulating us also is like this apparel for these women. Just like we were just talking about how women like to dress a certain way. Well, when these women go to these fashion stores, and I hear it from my own crib, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they go to the stores and all they got is crop tops. They're promoting sexuality. And guess what? When a sister actually dresses like that, the younger sisters are gonna feel like that's appropriate.
That's the point.
You're feeding them the wrong message from the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, you women are who these younger women want to emulate. And you guys are giving them a foundation to look up to, you know?
If I could, brother, what you're saying 100% right. You ever heard the saying of it takes a village to raise a child?
Okay.
That's true. Now, if the whole village is butt naked, what do you think the child is going to be? Want to be butt naked?
That's the trend.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we don't realize. It's important for a child to see a good example. If all, like, you got to realize, like Azan is saying, here in America, you go on TV, you see drug dealers, killers, prostitutes. You go on movies, what's the cool thing to be? Killers, drug dealers, prostitutes. You out here, the presidents, the politicians, all drug dealers, killers, and prostitutes. We in Chicago here, right here in Chicago. You want to know the most corrupt politicians are here in Chicago. Why do you think it is? Because it started with the mafia. Right. Al Capone and all of them. You think they just disappeared? All the mobsters from back in the day that was flooding the political system, they still here. Right. They grandsons are in power now. They running things from the shadows you don't even realize. They over here stealing money. All you wanted where all the grants and money is going, it's going into their pockets. So what Officer Azan is saying is 100% right. Like what we bringing up, you got to make your culture, your identity powerful. You got to be aggressive. The same way Ken Marquardt says it all the time. The same way they're aggressive with every alternative lifestyle. Every way to live, to be a drug dealer, to be an OnlyFans model. You got to be aggressive to teach your daughter. You don't got to be that. It's better to be a woman that has not known a man. That's right. To only know one man for the rest of your life. Right. It's better to teach your son, man. If you sleep with a woman, you make sure you stay with her for the rest of your life. That's right. To teach him, if you don't lay down with the sister, if you can't see yourself having babies with her. You know what I mean? Many of our fathers and uncles and cousins growing up, they taught you just to hit it and quit it. And look, why do you think so many brothers out here paying child support? Because they had sex with the wrong woman and they thinking they was just having fun. When you got to realize sex is a life matter. Life or death matter. Because guess what? You have sex with the wrong woman, you get your brains blown out, brother. You have sex with the wrong woman, you can end up with a disease that kills you. You have sex with the right woman, you can bring life into this earth. A growing family. If you have sex with the wrong one, it can mean your life. You can end up in prison. There's women out here you have sex with, she'll say you raped me. Right. You over here, you over here laid the pipe down. She was over here saying she wanted it. She can have a signed agreement, paperwork. I want this. As soon as she cried for it, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that don't happen. Of course, women do get raped. But there's women also that falsify the story sometimes. Boy, they just bring up that movie, The Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Oh, man. You went crazy on? Man, come on. Like, well, and that's a story that happens all the time. That's what brothers don't realize. The woman you have sex with, man, can either be a burden or can be a life thing of glory and honor to you. A woman's supposed to uplift your name, man. Like the brother Azan's rib, man. Every time I see her, she always greeting the brothers with a smile, always feeding us. You know, always taking care of his children, and that's a mighty thing, man. Not every woman is like that. You know, there'd be a sister, a sister that got a demon on her. Brothers walk through the door, she over here looking at them. Look at these niggas coming in my house third day in a row. Right. Coming in here with their dirty boots. You about to take them off by the smell of the room. Don't be that. Right. Don't be that. And this all goes into what? Brotherhood and sisterhood. Give me read verse 38 if you could. Actually, 37.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37.
Go ahead.
But as the days of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Now, even when the days of Noah were, now you gotta think about the story of Noah. Noah was building the ark. him and his sons and his family. Wasn't that many of them. They were just out there and they told everybody there's gonna be a flood coming. The Lord's angry with us.
Right.
They said, I'm building my ark. Anyone can come. We building it. But we gonna get out, we gonna be protected from the Lord. What you see right now, the Isupk, we're building the ark right here.
Right.
Every school we establish, every place we put up our banner, that's us building the ark again. There's about to be a flood. And Christ and the Lord said in the Bible, I won't flood the earth again with water. I will flood it with fire. And when I read that scripture, brother, I was like, good night.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Lord said he will flood the earth with fire. How you think he gonna do that, man? By sending these other nations to destroy each other. And you got to think how powerful that is. The Lord got so much anger towards your enemies. He's going to make them nuke each other off the face of the earth.
Right.
He got so much blood that can't be washed off their hands. The Lord's going to cleanse it with fire.
That's right.
That's a powerful thing. The Lord cleansed it last time with water to cleanse the world of all its impurities. He said this time we got to clean it with fire. So much dirt, so much filth on this planet Earth. And you can see it every day. You got cats like Saucy Santana saying they're going to beat brothers up and bend them over. You see that?
Disgusting.
Man, this cat named DJ Academic got into it with this cat named Saucy Santana, some man that supports the alternative lifestyle, right? He thinks he's a black woman, right? Talks like one, acts like one, does the hand gestures, all that, right? And they got into it. I can't remember what for, but the point of the story is he went on live and said, DJ Academics, you a B N-word, and I'm going to find you. I'm going to beat you up. And once I beat you up, I'm going to turn you over. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on you. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this is what's going on in the world. And people are supporting that. They're like, yeah, you should tell him that. You got people over here, what was that ball player? Howard, what's his name?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. Was that him? They got exposed for his wife having the OnlyFans.
I really don't know. I believe he's getting charged with.
Oh no, I'm thinking that was another thing. Dwight Howard. That's what I'm thinking of. Dwight Howard. He was the one who got charged with sleeping, having a three-way with two men. This is what's going on. And then these are the mighty men. These are black men, Hispanic men, Native American men. And you think it's a coincidence they put in these stories on the forefront? They over here showing you that, oh, look at these men sleeping with other men. You think it's Saucy Santana about big as a quarterback out here saying all that he gonna bend another man over. He's showing you the mighty men that God created on this planet. Like when you think of masculinity, no one more masculine than Hispanics. Cesar Chavez Jr., up there in the boxing ring. Floyd Mayweather. When you think of power, you think of black, Hispanic, and Native American. It's just facts. You don't sit here and think of Hercules. That's a made-up tale.
Right.
You over here, you think of the men of the Bible. Tell me now. You think of Samson. Guess what?
Right.
Hispanic. Yeah, you ain't know that, did you? Right. Joshua, David. They said David had so much blood on his hands. The Lord said he couldn't build the temple because he does so much killing. That's a lot of killing to kill so many people. Even the Lord's like, damn, man, I don't build my temple. We're gonna have Solomon build it. You did too much. You killed too many people. And he killed people for the Lord. He ain't killed people just to be killing. He killed people for the Lord. He went on pure military campaigns. And when he came back from these military campaigns, the Lord said, David, you got too much blood on your hands, brother. Go ahead.
Shaniqua said that was Joe Smith's wife with the OnlyFans.
That's who it was, Joe Smith, man. That's another one right there. Like, sisters nowadays, man, out here think it's just okay to be out here with these OnlyFans, man. You an online prostitute. You just cut out the middleman.
Right.
And for some reason, I don't know why, you think you empowering your body. I don't understand how. When a woman shows her nakedness, she's exposing herself. That's why they call it exposure. If you get arrested for it, like if you unclothe yourself in public, they call it indecent exposure, right? You're being exposed. People are seeing your nakedness. They're seeing your humility. And you out here showing it to the world like it's nothing. That's what women got to realize. And that's the thing. Our women haven't been raised by ladies. They ain't been raised by fathers. Many of these men out here are not fathers. They punks out here with that only think with their small head They big head. Right. And that's the problem. We need more brothers out here to be fathers. Like Officer Ardon. Shout out to Officer Ardon. A great father. Kamal Clark, Cam DeBar. These brothers out here representing, showing how to lead their household. Right. You're not going to get none of these. I'm telling you right now, brothers don't even know how to be fathers anymore. Some that was a natural. And you know, a lot of them do, but a lot of them are scared to be fathers because of the repercussions of the world. A lot of them are scared to discipline their children. I'm not saying you got to beat your kid upside the head with a baseball bat. I'm not saying that what you got to do is beat your child, to discipline your child. Don't beat your kids. Don't. Oh, I know a lot of y'all got hit with the frying pan and the switches. You don't got to do that, bro. I'm telling you right now. You don't got to do that to discipline a child. Sometimes all you need is your voice. Sometimes all you need is good smack. You don't need that. I'm telling you right now. When the scriptures say the rod, it don't mean a literal rod. You got to hit them over the head. That means discipline. You got to give your children discipline, man. You got to give them order. Right. Here today in this age, they want your people. The same way they want your people is the same way they want your children. They want them confused. They don't want them able to be listened to authority. Because guess what? If they listen to authority, OnlyFans ain't popping no more. Right. If they listen to authority, guess what happens? They're not going to fill the jail cells because their father going to sit there and tell them, you can't be a drug dealer. Go ahead, brother. It's like with certain women, I'm not going to say all women, some of our sisters, they like to do stuff in the dark, hoping nothing ever comes to the light. You know what I'm saying? That's why they do the OnlyFans, because they'll go ahead and do the OnlyFans and try to be mother of the year in the morning, you know? And that's a contradiction, because guess what? You're trying to raise a young lady and a good son and all that, but then look what you're doing. You're going ahead and promoting yourself to disgusting ways, but then you want to go ahead and you wake up in the morning and be like, oh, be this way, be that way, you know what I'm saying, to your daughter, you know what I'm saying? Well, eventually, all your truth is going to come out, because whatever happens in the darkness is going to come to the light. So imagine, if these women keep on doing these disgusting things in the dark, eventually it's going to come back on you through your children. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually your daughter's going to do something. You're going to be like, I don't know why she's that way. Well, how about you look in the mirror? Because you were doing that stuff in the dark, and now you're seeing it through your own flesh and blood that you raised, you know? And it just happens like that. It's like you do something and you think that you're not harming nobody because nobody's seeing it, or just a particular person seeing it, but then it comes back around in a different way. You're right. Like, that's what brothers and sisters don't realize, man. The Lord will have you pay for a lot of things through your children. Right. Like, that's what you don't realize. You over here thinking you're going to be trying to think of the right word. You're going to be a hoe. I don't know what I can say anymore. You're going to be a hoe in the dark. Right. And then expect your children to not live like that. You got to be the example. They're going to find out. I'm telling you right now, they're going to find out one day. You telling me you on the internet shaking your butt, and you telling me your children ain't gonna find out? The internet is massive. They call it nowadays a digital footprint. I mean, it's not a physical footprint, but digital when you leave on the internet that people can find one day. And then what you gonna do, man? Come on, we know how kids get down, Azan. If they find out on the playground, they find out your son's mother got an OnlyFans, it's over. Everybody knows she got OnlyFans, no? It's over with. But that's how the neighborhood's working. A lot of people don't understand. It's like if one brother knows about your mother doing something, the whole neighborhood's gonna know. And it's gonna spread like a wildfire. So guess what? What she thinks she's doing privately is always gonna get exposed. No, brothers, that's what they don't get. And a lot of people don't understand that. Give me Mark 9 and 38. Well, a lot of people don't understand. You done, like officers on set. When you do in the dark, gonna be brought to the light. It's a lot of secret things people doing, like the Christian pastors. The Christian pastors, for the longest time, the Isupk have been speaking out against Christian pastors, calling them what they are: child molesters, drug dealers. And people have been saying to us, man, y'all wrong for that, man. You know they ain't doing that. They all here trying to serve God like y'all trying to serve God. And now look at them. So many pastors like Eddie Long out here being accused of sexual assault. Cats out here trying to build their church off drug money. Like, you over like this. There was a pastor that came out. Me and Officer Yardon went into the story. They trying to sell weed in the church. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting there looking at the ISUPK wrongfully because we're telling you not to sell weed.
Right.
We saying you telling not to be prostitutes.
Right.
The Christian church allows you to sin. Not only does it allow you, it encourages you. It wants you to keep sinning. It wants you to live in that lifestyle so you can be just like your pastor. Your pastor is living a different life behind closed doors. Not us though.
Right.
We live this. We are this. We are One West. If we say this is what we are, then it is what it is.
That's right.
When we here, we're not eating pork. Guess what? When you see a Zana the slave, he ain't gonna be in the back eating the pepperoni pizza. They ain't gonna come in the lunchroom and be like, "Hey, bro, ain't you an Israelite?" Like them damn Muslims. Them cats be out there with them kufis and FOI and Farrakhan and Islam and Black Power. Man, they be in there. As soon as they go to prison, they in there eating bologna sandwiches. Like, ain't nothing around, brother. What you want me to do? Starve? Like, it's all the meat I got, I took my kufi off and, prayed about it. Like, come on, right? Go ahead, brother.
It's kind of like how you say, like, when I go to slave and stuff, what I'm saying? There's certain brothers who, say that they understand something and stuff. But guess what? You outside smoking a square.
That's the point.
You over there eating a ham sandwich. You over there, being a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody wants to say that they understand something to the fullest, but then you see all the flaws in their story. But over here in One West, ISUPK, we stand on everything we say and we live it.
No, brothers don't understand, man. And that's why we're going into the topic tonight. A lot of y'all in these fake Israelite groups, a lot of y'all out there learning from different people, learning from cats that ain't One West. I saw today? Some cat tried making the argument the Polynesians, the Pacific Islanders, are the tribe of Naphtali. Man, F them Pacific Islanders, man. F them Polynesians. I'm not trying to hear that. Right. When has a Hawaiian ever gave a damn about a nigga? I don't even want to hear about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know y'all bring that cat up. As a Judite, as what he is, he gonna stand on it. Actually, I think he might be an Ephraimite.
I think his father was Judah.
I don't know. He's some, all right.
I think his father was Judah and his mom was Hawaiian.
Eight times out of 10, we pretty sure he's a brother. 8 times out of 10.
You know what? His father's name was Rocky Maravilla or something like that, right?
Yeah, it might.
Rocky Johnson.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think,
Point of the story.
Judah, though.
Point of the story. He a brother. I don't want to hear that when y'all bring up these damn Polynesians. Like, what the Polynesians, the Hawaiians going through? They cool. They got Hawaii. They living good, Azan. But the Native American Indians are on reservations, are on alcoholism. It's highest suicide rates in the country, but they 5% of the population. The Puerto Ricans out there in Puerto Rico struggling, trying to get free of America's oppression. For how long they've been trying to make themselves a whole country, but they will never be able to do it. Why? Because America got a grip on Puerto Rico like this, right? To make it their economy. They make money from all the tourism and all the different what they call little hotels and everything, the little resorts out there. That's all American made out there. The real Puerto Ricans are out there struggling in the barrios. Same with the brothers in Cuba, Mexico. People go out to Cancun and be like, I'm in Mexico. No, you're in America. You're in an American safe zone. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, walk off that resort, see what happens. You know what I'm saying, brother? Go to Zacatecas, go to Guerrero, go to all these places where you can't walk at night. I went through Mexico, man. They told me, hey, man, don't be walking here at night. I'm like, what goes on? What goes on at night? They're like, when the sun goes down, you go down. Or you're going to be buried underground. They told me like that. I was like, all right, that's all you had to say. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that scripture, brother.
Okay, this is the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 38.
Go ahead.
And John answered him, saying, Master.
Actually, start at 35.
This book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 35. And he sat down and called the 12.
Go ahead.
And said unto them, if any man desire to be first, the same shall be the last of all and servant of all.
That's what you don't understand, man. You're not going to be able to be great in here if you're not a servant.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to be like when you think about Christ, man. Christ was the number one example of a servant, but he was the leader.
Right.
And, he put his life down on the line for all his brothers and sisters. That's the
right.
job of a servant. A king not supposed to do that. A king got guards, a military. He told his own brothers when the Romans came to get him, and Peter and all them drew his sword. He said, "Man, don't you think I could call a legion of angels right now?" He's like, "I don't got to do this." But he went and did it. Why? So he could do it for his brothers, man. He went out there and he came here to teach us brotherhood and love when a king shouldn't have to do that. Right. He came out here, displayed and showed brotherhood, fed 5,000 people, healed the blind, healed the sick. He out here was down here washing brothers' feet. Washed the 12 disciples he rolling with, he washed all their feet. So why? So he can display brotherhood. Because you can't be a leader in here if you're not a servant. Right. The greatest servant is the greatest leader. I'll never forget one of the first stories I ever heard about Commander Johanna is the brothers was coming in during Passover week into the Philly school. And guess what they found them doing? They found them right there on the floor, scrubbing the floor with a broom, wiping it down. And you thinking, man, that's the job of a servant. So a brother came and said, "Like, sir, if I could, let me broom this. You shouldn't be." Imagine how the father, he said, "Man, I got this, man. I'm a broom. This is my school. And if I could, so you shouldn't have to do this." Imagine how the father brother said, "No, I'm gonna broom my school." Because that's what a leader is. You know what I'm saying? To not only be there, it's one thing to be given orders. One thing you think you so high up, you so chief head priest, elder. You think you so anointed, but what did you do to get to that position? Right. You turn on a YouTube camera. You out here went live. You out here read the scriptures for a few months, and now you think you know something. But you haven't served, man. Right. How you going to know how to lead if you haven't served? That's what you don't understand. The greatest leader is the greatest servant. That's why Commander Johanna is where he at now. He been in the troop since 85, serving brothers. He served the head priest, studied at their feet. Was the greatest servant of all. You see it to this day when he tells all camps to come together. That's still, you don't got to do that. He can say, "We're going to destroy y'all. We're going to obliterate y'all off the face of the earth." And we do it. But Commander Johanna's not going to do that. He says, "You know what? All our brothers need to come back. We all need to get in one West. If you a brother that left from times before and you want to come back, hell, we could talk about getting your rank back." Right. He shows love and brotherhood when he ain't got to do that. Why? Because the greatest leader is the greatest servant. You're not going to be able to be great if you don't know how to serve. Me, I'm an officer in this school. I got rank over brothers. I don't got rank over brothers that wave it around and be like, "Look at me, I'm officer such and such, and I'm better than you." I got responsibility over brothers. If I'm in this classroom right now and something happens to Azan, I got to answer for it. If there's brothers in here and I'm over them, I got to answer for it if something happens to them. If there's a sister in here and something happens to her, I got to answer for it. Because that's the job about being a leader. You fake Israelites, man, you don't want to take that responsibility. You don't want to have to learn. You just want to do what you want to do and make yourself feel so high and mighty, so you're going to make yourself the leader automatically. And that's why you're going to be least in the kingdom of heaven. Because you don't know how to be last first and then be first in line. Right. You got to learn how to wash. You got to learn how to wash toilets, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. Come on, you gotta learn how to put shingles in and build schools from the bottom up. You gotta learn how to do wiring. You gotta learn how to paint chairs for the Midwest Fire Weekend and put Isupk Chicago on 50,000 chairs. I'm saying because we did that thousands of times, man. You gotta learn how to set up classrooms. You gotta know how to hold down Sabbath service. Because if you don't know how to do that, what are you doing? How can you call yourself a priest? Go ahead, brother. Verse 30, what was it, 35?
36.
36. Go ahead.
Here's the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 36. "And he took a child and set him in the midst."
Hey, Lord Christ. It is. Other phone real quick. Nah, you good.
Because he ain't just called.
Nah, you good. Don't sweat it. Nah, but what the brother was reading, we gonna have a little technical difficulty real quick. Ain't nothing too big. But what the brother was bringing out about the scripture, blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, like we were saying, you ain't gonna be able to be great without learning to be humble. You're not gonna be able to lead men without learning to be a servant. And like, how are you gonna expect yourself to be a captain, general, head priest, elder, whatever you want to call yourself, without being a soldier first? Like all these generals you see, 12th Shield General Muhammad, 12th Shield General Mayak Yahala, all these generals you see are so great and powerful. They didn't just make themselves that one day. They didn't just wake up and say, you know what, man, let me be a general. Let me go sit down in the highest seat and talk to people like I run over them. They earned that right. You're not gonna get respect and true authority. That's why some of you fake Israelite groups are failing. You're failing because you don't got no true leadership. You don't got true fellowship. You don't got true brotherhood. We over here, we follow our generals, captains, officers, the brothers over us, because those brothers got brotherhood. Because those brothers put their brick in. Those brothers put time in and effort. You good, brother? No, you good, brother? Nah, the water to you. And that's a pour right there. Brothers got to learn how to do these type of things. You got to be where Azan's at right now. Brothers got to be in here cleaning schools. Brothers got to be in there helping, picking brothers up from the airport, picking them up from their slaves. Why? Because how are you going to learn to be a leader if you don't know how to be a servant first? You know what I'm saying? Like you go into a slavery with no skills, no prior business. What was it called? What's it called? Experience. No prior business experience. You're like, yeah, I just want to run the entire company. Yeah, I want to run it. I want to be CEO. I want to start off with $200,000. Man, them devils gonna look at you like you crazy. Like what? Not even the cats that have been in here 25 years making $200,000. You over here talking about I want to be number one.
It's like I don't know, do it for their own.
That's the point. That's the point. When it comes to true being brothers, I don't want to say fellowship, it sounds a little Christian, but when it comes to brotherhood, when it comes to actually leading people, you got to make them go through those steps. It's like anything, man. You go lift weights. Guess what? You're not going to start off 50 pounds, 60 pounds. Well, guess where you're going to start at? 20 pounds. And guess what? You're going to lift them 20 pounds. You get nice, big, and strong, move up to the 40s, 50s. Am I right or wrong? You're not going to start off at a mile, running a mile. You're going to start off at half a mile. Some, 3/4 of a mile. Then you'll hit the whole mile. Then you'll hit 4 or 5. It's the same with everything. There's levels to this, man. I don't know why, whenever it comes to Black and Hispanic people, when it comes to leading, when it comes to belief system, we always want to be number one. We haven't put our time in. We haven't earned the right to be number one. Command John earned the right to be the man of this nation, to be called our leader. Why? Because he put his brick in. When everybody else left and fell off, he stayed solid.
Right.
That earned you any right. You know what I'm saying? He's the undefeated champ. How you gonna say and stand against him? Or he's like Canelo in the ring. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody seen Canelo yet. Ain't nobody seen Command J. yet. I'm telling you right now, the Isupk undefeated. You can't stand against this. You can't stop this. Many people have tried. The FBI, the Feds, CIA, everybody, they tried to offer us money. They tried to infiltrate our ranks. And guess what? We still in here.
Right.
I don't know what we're talking about. They try to shut us down, trying to find illegal ways, trying to see if we selling drugs. And guess what? We're not selling drugs. See, we human trafficking. We're not doing that. Try to see we out here committing tax fraud. We're not doing it. We out here doing everything the Lord commanded us to do. And that's why we're unstoppable. But for your fake Israelite groups out here in strip clubs, out here getting high, out here sleeping with brothers' wives, it's happening because you don't stand with the Lord.
That's
and the
right.
leaders you think is your leaders, they are not leaders because they don't know how to be humble. They don't know. Because if they was humble, man, they'd be humble enough to say, you know what, man, Commander Jehan is my leader too. I'm going to fall in the ranks. I'm going to where I fit at, man. That's why the scriptures say we are body. Right. Not everyone can be the head, but we need brothers to be the arms. We need brothers to be the legs. We need brothers to be the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can be the head honcho. They're like, I hate to say it, but like Tony Yayo one time, I saw an interview with him. Tony Yayo, he's loyal to 50 Cent or whatever, right? That's his dog, that's his homeboy. They was interviewing him one day. They're like, man, you so loyal to this cat. Why you stood down for so long? Like, while everybody was leaving and having problems, you stayed loyal. He's like, look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. He's like, because cats don't get it. He's like, everybody wants to be a chief, but nobody wants to be an Indian.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, if you got chiefs, there is no Indians. That's what people don't get. If there's no leader, there is nobody. You know what I'm saying? If everybody wants to be a leader, then who's going to command the people?
Right.
Who's going to be in the ranks? If everybody's the 12 shield general, who's going to get what done? You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 30, well, 37.
Let me see. Yes, sir.
In the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 37.
It's like, I think you skipped 36.
Count. This book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 36.
Go ahead.
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them.
So he took a child. He over here breaking down the scriptures. It's like he over here breaking it down what it means to be a brother. And then he took a child with him and put him in the midst of them. Go ahead.
And when he had taken him in his arms, he said unto them.
Go ahead.
Verse 37. Whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name, receiveth me.
Go ahead.
And whosoever shall receive me, receiveth not me.
Go ahead.
But him that sent me.
Now, who knows what this talking about? Is it talking about? Of course, he took a child down to represent what Christ speaking the parables again. Whoever shall receive one of such child, meaning a child like this. He's talking about people that come into this truth as babies.
Right.
When you see brothers coming in trying to, shed themselves over the world, trying to change their life, and you don't receive them or accept them or treat them with humility and treat them with brotherhood. Like when the brother comes to a cookout learning, you got to offer him a drink, man.
Right.
You got to talk to him, get to know him.
Right.
That's what it's about. That's brotherhood right there. Even if you don't like that. I'm someone in the truth. A lot of people don't know this about me. I don't like people. I don't like social gatherings. I don't like being amongst crowds. But guess what? I sacrifice that for my brothers. I don't care how I feel. I'm there to show brothers a good time.
Right.
I'm there to let brothers know if they need something. I'm right here. I don't like being on the phone. But guess what? Brothers be calling my phone and I answer and I pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's brotherhood.
Right.
That's going out your comfort zone. Going out your way to go pick up a brother from the airport. Going out your way to bring your brother some food. Going out your way to give your brother your last dollar. That's what it's all about. You got to receive these brothers that are coming in the truth as children. You got to treat them like children. You don't over here start, giving your children meat. You got to give them the milk. You don't sit there and start beating your children upside the head when they're a baby. No, you give them a little small disciplinary action. If a brother comes in here, he does something wrong, you tell him, no, bro, we don't do this, we do it like this.
Right.
You don't salute with you all the way up here your neck. You salute like this. Right. No, brother, we don't say shalom. We don't say shalom. We say shalom. That's what it's all about. Boy, right. Brother, you have something to say, Zon?
Kind of like when we go to the Passover. That's a fellowship. That's a brotherhood right there. Mm-hmm. Every time, this year was my first Passover. And when I went to the hotel, there was a lot of brothers there. I didn't have to know any brother there, but they showed me love from the initiation. As soon as they saw me, that's great. That's something we don't see in the world. That's something we don't see in the streets. A lot of times when we see brothers in the streets, they eyeballing you. They side looking you. You know what I'm saying? They ready to backstab you real quick. But when you go ahead and put yourself around the brothers who are in the Isupk, that you actually have genuine love, and you don't even know them. They show you love from the jump. Once they see you, once they meet you, once they greet you. Now, and that right there.
Let me ask you something, brother. Let me ask you something, brother. And then when it comes your time for that Passover, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna do the same return. I don't.
That's the point. What that brother right there doing is doing exactly what Christ is talking about in the scripture. I'm doing to y'all, like Christ said 1,000 times, the same things I do to you, do unto the brethren that come after me. Do it like that. Why Christ came on earth to show brotherhood, because we forgot brotherhood. It's the same thing what's going on today in the world. We forgot how to love one another. You think it's something that's so simple, man. Not just like we talking about it. You think it'd be so simple not to sleep with the brother's wife. You be at your own family gathering, your uncle, cousin, they over here looking at your woman like, damn. You know when, because they over here talking too much about your damn woman. Right. And they're like, man, you got a good one, bro. Yeah, man, you a lucky guy. You over here looking like, damn, I like coming on my rib? Like, no, man, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I don't mess it up. Like, what are you talking about? And these your cousins, these your uncles, these are cats you grew up with over here telling you, man, don't mess it up, man. You lucky guy. Wow, she look good. There's a part where like, brother be like, you got a nice rib, man. She cool. She beautiful. But then you come in and yeah, man, you a lucky guy. Yeah, that's something I wish I had that. Then you gotta look at her like, hey man, what? Yeah. I know uncles, I know people in my family that actually try to mess with my ribs. So you know what I mean? And that's people that you look at, you like, damn, this is my own flesh and blood. And they don't even understand the basics of I can't lay down with his rib because that's my family. So now look at us as a greater aspect. I can't sleep with that brother. Why do you think a brother from across the street don't care about your wife if your own family don't care? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think people from across the street don't care about your kids if your own family don't care about your kids? They can't even watch them for 10 minutes without complaining. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what makes you think when they see them on the side of the street, they're not going to something crack or they're not going to molest them? You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. What you do onto your brothers, you got to do it as if you was doing it for Christ. That's right. Everybody loves saying, I'm such a brother this, I'm such a brother that, man. It comes with everything. There's brotherhood in everything you do. You got to be a living example of it because people are watching. Not only are people watching, the angels are watching, man. You think you're doing brotherly evil deeds in the dark, the Lord sees that. Right. That's why you fake Israelite groups, you got to get in order, man. You ain't got time to be playing because we're going to show you why. Keep reading.
God. It's the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name.
So they came up to Christ. They said, well, Lord, we saw someone out there, prophesying and trying to cast out devils in your name. Casting out devils is when you teach or counsel and you show brothers the errors of their ways. That's throwing the demon off them. You know what I mean? The same way you came to class and you start feeling your demons come off you, once you start learning you can't smoke, you can't sleep with whores. It changed your life. Right. That's the same way a cat was doing. They said, we saw one out there casting out devils. We saw somebody out there trying to teach. But go ahead.
And he followeth not us.
And he didn't follow us. He over here prophesying in your name, over here speaking like you, talking like us, pretending to be us, but he don't follow you. Go ahead.
And we forbade him.
We forbade.
Or forbade?
And
we forbade him.
Go ahead.
Because he followeth not us.
So that means they approached him. They walked up on him. They were like, hey, man, you can't be doing this. You over here being a perpetrator. You over here lying on us. You over here pretending like you would. And that's what a lot of people think. That little fake Israelite group that got in the fight with them damn Palestinians. You know how many people think that was us? They out there thinking when the Isupk was out there beating up the Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? That ain't had nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, they making other brothers look bad because they don't know how to handle themselves professionally and handle themselves orderly. Right. Isupk, we got into a blood brawl with the damn Palestinians out there with UK. And it was a quick 5-second match. They knew we wasn't to mess around with. They backed up and we went right back to teaching. Right. Come on now. Like this is what Christ was taught. They were the disciples were mad because it's like your little sibling when he tries copying you. Right. You know what I'm saying? He dressing like you, acting like you, but you not me. You know what I'm saying? You over here trying to be something you're not. And that's what every fake Israelite group is. And don't get me wrong, like we saying, look, brother, we get it. You move by the Spirit of the Lord. You want to teach. You want to change lives. Okay, but there's an order to do it, just like there was in the Bible. That's why it's a priesthood. That's why it's the order of Melchizedek. There's ranks in here. There's ways to do things. But I don't know why. Whenever it comes to the Bible, blacks and Hispanics, they think it's a free ball. They think, you know what, man, I get to do whatever I want. And that's our problem. We learned that from the Christian church. Right. The Christian church teaches you that. You just pick up the Bible, like even them in the church ain't that bad. You got to go to seminars and different church schools to get your ranking and learn to be a pastor. You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm a pastor. Go out there and teach in church. They're going to look at you like you crazy. But when it comes to actually doing the work of the Lord, you just think you head chief priest elder, Shabbat Shemayim, and you're just going to go out there and teach the whole world when you don't even know the basic breakdown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead, keep reading.
This book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 39.
Go ahead.
But Jesus said, forbid him not.
So Christ said, oh, man, y'all ain't got to do that. Don't forbid him. Don't go out there and tell him he can't be out here teaching. Go ahead.
For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name.
Go ahead.
That can lightly speak evil of me.
Now, why is Christ saying that? He's saying there's no man out there that could go prophesy in my name or try to teach and speak bad of me. Why is he saying that?
It's like I want, because I said like they can't do what Christ did. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't do miracles. They can't prophesy in the way he does. He can't. They don't walk the walk, talk the talk. You know.
You're right, but think about the topic. So, if Christ, if they saying we went out there and forbid him, we told him not to come out here and teach. And he said, don't forbid him to teach because there's no one that's going to teach out there like me and is going to speak evil of me. So think why he said, think about that today. If anyone goes out in the street corners and tries to be the ISUPK, why could they not speak evil of the ISUPK?
It's like I want because we have no. We're the foundation. We ain't do nothing wrong.
That's the point, because they're trying to be like us.
Right.
He's saying that out there. He said they can't go out there and speak bad of me.
Right.
They out there prophesying. Okay, yeah, they're trying to be me, but they aren't me, and they don't understand what they're doing. They're doing it in me, in my name. They're all here representing me because they're learning from me.
Right.
Just like all these fake branch off groups, they out here thinking they're making a name for themselves. You making us more popular.
Right.
Because when people go and look up and they see, okay, your little group started in 2013. Okay, well, obviously it's been going on longer than that. Who's the original? They're going to see ISUPK in big old letters. Israelite School UPK started in 1969. Abba Bivens, Commander J. Hunter. They're going to see all this stuff and be like, damn. So these guys are the original. Right. You know what I'm saying? With Christ. They're going to look at these other cats out there prophesying. They're going to say, well, we condemn you in the name of Christ. Who's Christ? Who's this Christ you speak of? Oh, we're talking about Yahweh Shah. Oh, well, I need to go be with him. I don't know what y'all talking about. I need to go learn with, like, there's cats that do that. Like Cam Nazariak, he always brings up, he learned from GMS. And when he went to GMS, he asked him, he's like, look, he's like, what did y'all learn from? And they said, oh, we learned from ISUPK.
Okay.
And he went and found the ISUPK. Look at him now. He camped 13,000. He was on no jumper. Made him, he's world famous now.
It's like I think that was a episode he was going through where he said, why am I gonna go with the bench when I can go with the starting lineup?
That's the point.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I forgot he said that.
He did say that because I remember that episode. And how you say like a lot of these fake Israelite groups, they also say, oh, there's a one West doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one West. There's only one.
That's what Christ is saying here. They always, no matter what Israelite group you go to, I'm not naming any of them because they ain't worth my goddamn time. But any group you're going to, them little purple choir boys, the cats with the little fringes on their t-shirts, the ones that wear little Arab scarves, no matter which one you go to, they can't teach without paying homage to One West. If you out there with a 12 tribe sign, you paying homage to us.
Right.
You out there calling blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans Israelites, you're paying homage to us. You out there standing on the pulpit of wood with a speaker and a mic, you're paying homage to us because no one was doing, of course it's all biblical, but no one was doing that before the Lord sent it to the ISUPK.
That's right.
Like everywhere you go in the Bible, the Lord chose people to be risen up for specific reasons. He chose Moses. He chose Aaron. He chose David, Solomon, all these mighty men. He chose, he chose the order of Melchizedek. He chose Israel. The same way he chose the ISUPK and chose this to be his vessel through which the truth was born into the earth again. Now you over here gonna go out and create your own group and do your own thing. You paying homage to us. You over here thinking you making a name for yourself and you making us great. Because guess what? Someone's gonna ask one day, well, where did this all start? You gonna sit there and lie? Well, we started in 2013 and we made this. Okay, but where'd y'all learn? We learned from such and such learned from such. Okay, but where did they learn? Well, they saw an ISUPK video. Okay, well, who's them? Well, They're kind of the guys that started all this, but they're not the truth. Well, this is how I see it, is on. At that point, you gotta be like, well, if not, they ain't got the truth, and they're the guys who started everything, then this ain't real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's either they got the truth or this is a lie.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And when you come in this truth, you don't see that everything we do is biblically structured. From the way we have our names, from the way we get risen up, from the way we got our ranks, from the way we dress, everything in here is biblical. From the things we do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brothers walk different, brothers talk different, brothers act different. You can see we different people. Unlike you fake Israelite groups out there in the strip club getting booty shaked on you at the Passover. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know why y'all thought that was a good idea and then decided to upload it online like some idiots. Keep going, brother.
It's like they said it was a regular club. It wasn't no regular club.
Yeah, it wasn't no regular club, man. That was a strip club. Y'all was out there. I could have sworn I saw a cat throwing 20s in there.
I think I did too.
Look,
I'm not 100%, but
look,
I'm just saying.
This is all I'm gonna say. It wouldn't be Commander Jay Huntsman in that position.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's the point. You gotta you get taught to just not be put in certain positions. Like if I'm out there, right? Let's say I'm in Vegas. They got a whole strip in Vegas where it's done for prostitutes. You think I'm gonna stand out there with a UPK jacket on, a UPK war scarf, and just out here? You know, even though I'm not affiliated in prostitution, you think I'm just gonna stand out there and just show myself for the world? Or I'll be out there and I'll go to Red Lobster, go to a pork barbecue place, and be posted up in a UPK cover and be like, yeah, I'm out here. Because brothers don't think like that. Right. They don't understand you represent something bigger. You want to know why? Because y'all ain't got the truth.
That's right.
Verse 40? Yeah, verse 40.
There's Mark chapter 9, verse 40.
Go ahead.
For he that is not against us is on our part.
Now, he that is not against us is on our part. Meaning, if they not out here, if they out here trying to do the work in Christ's name, they out here for it. Like I just said, they out here promoting us. And right. They don't even realize it. Because like I said, everywhere they go, someone's going to ask, where did this start?
Right.
Now, if you're not a liar, and there's no way you can lie about it, because you can sit there and be like, yeah, we started this. You know, we came up with this. But the proof is everywhere. People are going to look it up. That's why we opened up the internet and the airwaves. Everywhere you go, you go on No Jumper now. You go to No Jumper. You're going to see a brother saying, yeah, we started at 1 West, Isupk in 1969. That's where it started. You can look at Fox News, where we just got interviewed. They're going to sit there and they're going to say, yeah, we the Isupk started at 1 West, 125th Street in 1969.
Right.
Brothers just going to line everything up. Like, okay, well, these are the guys with the truth.
That's right.
Even if they're not for us, man, even they think they over here doing evil against us, they for us, and they don't even realize it. Even all these cats making expose videos, talking about us on videos, guess what? They're promoting us. Because guess what? There's going to be a brother on there, because that's how I found it. There was brothers on there talking bad about the school. I was like, I need to look who these guys are. I need to look who these guys are, what they doing. And I saw them smashing them other cats in a debate. And I sat there, I said, yeah, these are the guys I need to be with.
Right.
Because these cats, they just got demolished. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they speaking bad about them. Every time you speak bad about the Israelite school, UPK, you just giving us free promotion. That's what people don't realize. How they say good, bad publicity is still publicity. It's the same way, brother. Drop that. Give me yeah, cutting them more. Give me Revelations 3:19. Revelations 3:19. We're gonna go. I want 3 more scriptures I want to bring out. Try to bring them out fast. We are a little more towards the end of the class, but I'm not gonna be out here. Keep people in here for too long. I know y'all ain't trying to hear me all day. 3:19. Hold on. Counsel thee to buy me gold, try the fire. Yeah, give me 19, verse 20. 19 through 20.
3, 19 and 20.
Yep.
This book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 19.
Go ahead.
As many as I love.
As many what?
As many as I love.
No, this is Christ speaking. He said, as many as I love. There's a lot of people I love, but to all those people I love, go ahead.
I rebuke.
I what?
I rebuke.
I what?
I rebuke.
Go ahead.
And chasten.
And what?
And chasten.
You check. All them chastise and rebuke, those are corrections. Christ said, even those I love them brothers, man. I'm going to let them know they in the wrong. Just like in here, you come in here doing some off things, we're going to let you know, hey, brother, man, you can't be out here getting lineups.
Right.
It's against the scriptures. Hey, your brother comes in here and his rib dressed like a whore. Hey, brother, you know, Reb can't be coming in here dressed like that. You got to let her know, or she just can't come to class.
Right.
Can't come in here eating pork. Don't come in here and bring a pork belly sandwich, man. We're going to tell you, hey, man, you got to take that outside. And you with it. Yeah, don't come in here with no catfish, man. We're going to kick you straight out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way, like, and that's all comes from love. I'm not going to let you sit in here and destroy yourself. I'm not going to let you sit in here and be a drug addict, be an alcoholic. I'm going to tell you, you got to put that bottle down, brother.
Right.
I'm going to sit here and tell you, you got to take them drugs out, right? Or you're not going to be able to live up here. You're not going to be able to live, period. You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep with white women. I'm going to let you know because you're going to end up dead.
Right.
And that's what this is talking about. The same way you got to do with people that are not in the truth. Many people come up against the Brotherhood. Many people speak out against the Isupk. You got to let them know. You got to be like, look, all right, y'all not in the truth. We the truth.
Right.
That's correction. Y'all let them know this is the place to be. Yeah, y'all got your little Boy Scout club or whatever y'all doing over there. That ain't it. This is it. Why? Because that's love and correction. Because this is going to be a day where everything that's not in here is burned in fire. Just like the times of Noah. Everything that wasn't in the ark, what? Got flooded away. It's going to be the same thing in the truth. Everyone that's not found with the zeal, everyone that is not true to spirit to what we teaching in here is going to be caught up with fire.
Right.
If you think you're doing something in the dark, you're not going to be seen. It's going to be seen in that day. You're going to be out there with the shield and the headband and burned up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not about just being it. It's about living it. This isn't something you can fake or perpetrate. This is real deal. This is One West. All the cats that try to fake and perpetrate, guess what? They found themselves out of here. Found themselves in homosexuality. Found themselves nuts off the side of the road. Found themselves dead.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, this is the fact. I know cats that left here and they got their brains blown out. I know cats out here that came out, that left, got locked up. I know cats that did this in my short time of the truth. I can only tell you what Captain Marquardt knows, the generals. You know what I'm saying? And this is because everything outside of here is death. That's why in here you're going to get correction to make you better. Go ahead.
Son of God. Be zealous,
Be
therefore.
What? Be what?
Be zealous, therefore.
You got to have a zeal in here, man. Trust me, I know the world breaks you down. You still got a slave, even though you're coming to truth. That's the messed up part. You got to go slave, come to class, come to podcasts, come to events, come to Passovers. They're going to wear you down after a while. First, you're going to get that zeal. You want to be here every day. But then your wife going to start complaining. Your kids going to want to see you more. Your car is going to break down. Everything you think is going to come your way to stop you from coming here. But you got to keep that same zeal. Your car break down, guess what, brother? You got to take a bus.
Right.
Your car break down, guess what? You got to take an Uber. Guess what? Your car break down, you got to call a brother. Guess what? Your kids want to spend more time with you, bring them with you to class.
That's right.
Your wife don't want you coming through, you better tell her she better pick or choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, This is what it is. You got to keep zealous. You got to stay with that zeal. No matter who you lose, what you lose. You know, the brothers I knew in here, I thought were my best brothers, my best friends. I thought we was into the end. They went and gone. You think I think about them niggas? I do not care about what they cats got going. I don't know where they at. Nor do I care. You know where I'm at? I'm right here.
Right.
I'm here. I'm staying. You know what? I'm not worried about them. You want to know why? Because I'm too worried about us on y'all. I'm too worried about the brothers in here. The brothers I'm standing with my life on the line every day with. Every time we go out to camp, facing death. Every time we wear these shields and these clothes on our necks, these white supremacist groups want to put us to death. I stand out here with them.
Right.
These cowards left us and abandoned us, man. I don't sit here and think for 1 minute about them bastards.
That's right.
It's the same way you gotta be. You gotta be zealous. You got to stay with it, or you're going to end up just like them. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
Say it again.
Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
This is Christ saying, look, you got to get together because I'm standing at the door. I'm knocking. Meaning he's showing you I'm about to walk in this month. I'm about to set it off. Right now, I'm knocking. What you're seeing right now with World War III and everything else, that's Christ knocking. Look, this is my time. I'm about to come in. You don't know when I'm going to open that door, but when that door opens, everything's coming with me. Go ahead.
If any man hear my voice and open the door,
Go ahead.
I will come into him.
Go ahead.
And will sup with him and he with me.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
See, and that's what we're talking about here. It's not just you living the life of perpetrating or being an Israelite and wearing little fringes, tassels on your little t-shirt. That's not what it's about. It's about living this life, allowing you to live in the spirit that Christ wants you to live, the same spirit he got, the Holy Spirit, the spirit of discipline, the spirit of being a man, the spirit of being strong. If you're a woman, going back to being a woman, going back to being a wife, a good daughter. Do you doing those things, you allowing Christ to live in you, to sup with you, to stand there with you and make his name great. Let's drop that. Let me get that one next. Let me get John 1, 3, and 14. You got any questions online while you're getting that? No problem.
You said John 3?
John, 1 John.
1 John.
1 and 14. I mean 3 and 14. It's a lot.
There's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren.
Wait, read it one more time. I'm sorry. Read it again. That was a powerful scripture. I didn't realize I caught. Read it again.
There's a book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 14.
Boy.
We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren.
And we know we passed from death onto life because why? We love our brothers. And here, that's what we're doing in the Isupk. We don't live in death anymore. Before we used to live in death. We used to say, like, I don't got to say it and tell you. You're a black or Hispanic man, Native American man that's not in the school. When you out there in the world, all you can think about is death. You think about doing death to yourself. You think when somebody going to come kick in the door and commit death to you. You think the next time when you're going to get high or die at the job or when a police officer pulls off to you, like all you can think about is death. When you're not in here, all you can think about is the different ways you could die. You out here looking across your shoulder all the time, worried about death. But in here, we have surpassed death. How do we know we surpassed death? Because we love our brother. Right? We don't commit the acts that will lead us to death. We don't sell drugs to our people. So guess what? I'm not going to get my face blown out for some drugs. I don't sit here and sleep with a brother's wife. So guess what? He's not going to find me in bed with his wife, and I'm not going to get a double-barrel shotgun to my back. I'm sorry. That's what's going to happen. Right? I'm going to live. I learned how to be a brother and love my brother. So guess what? I surpassed death. Now I know how to live. If you don't know how to love your brother, you don't know how to live. Like we just said, like Azan just said, there's two things greatest in the world that Christ said as the number 2 commandments. Number 1, love the Lord with thy heart, mind, and soul. And number 2, love thy brother as you love yourself. Right. And through that, those are where the two, I think Christ even said, those are what the law hinges on. That's what all the other commandments start off on. Loving the Lord and loving your brother. So if you don't know how to love your brother, how do you expect to get to the kingdom? All you fake Israelite groups doing all this extra hooping and hollering and thinking you so great. You hate your brothers, man. Over here sinning against the Isupk like we some horrible when we the home of the truth. Right. We started all this. We the ones selling the records. Like, what we talking about right here?
Right.
No one come to see our oldest. We the Temptations. Like, what are you talking about? That's about nothing else, man. This is about foundation. And we show brotherhood in here. Why? Because every Passover, we tell brothers, come on through, man. Regardless of your camp, regardless of what you are, come celebrate the Lord's high holy day. Every Midwest Fire Weekend, we tell brothers, come on now, man. Regardless of what you are, you're going to get searched at the door. But that's everybody. Come on. Come sit down with us. You know what I mean? Regardless of what you represent, if you're a Muslim, you're a brown beret, whatever you think you are, come sit down with the brother. Come learn. Come see what real brotherhood is. Because in here we surpass death. Why? By learning how to love our brothers. If you don't know how to love your brother, man, you're stuck in death. You're stuck in your ways. And we're going to show you how. Go ahead.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death. How do you know that? Because if you don't love your brother, guess what you're going to do? You're going to sleep with his wife. Right. Love your brother, you're going to steal from him. How many of y'all got family members that stole money from you? I'm not talking about borrow. Like, hey, man, let me get this 20. I'll give it back to you next week. You knew you was never going to see that 20 again. You know, the minute you gave him that 20, you said, well, this is gone. I should just say goodbye to it. But I'm talking about, hey, the cat that you left $100 right there, and it's gone. Right. Or he knew where your money was at, and he came in and kept picking, and it was gone. Or cat stole your car, stole your woman. Like, there's brothers out here, blood brothers that have done this to each other. Cousins, family. They'll own you. Like you even say nowadays, you can't trust your own blood. But up in here in the Isupk, you can leave your woman right here. And ain't nobody gonna try to seduce her. Right. Or if they try to say something to her, she said, I got a man, they walking straight past. Oh, my bad, sis. So I'm good, my bad. I didn't mean to press you like that. I apologize. They'll start apologizing to the sister. You know what I mean? Brothers out here, you know, you can leave $100 right here on this table. It's gonna be $100 when you come back. You know what I'm saying? There's brothers out here, you find you on the side of the road, you can't get your car out, you in the ditch, they're going to help you get your car out. They're going to go take you to the hospital. They're going to pick you up from the hospital. Like, this is what it's about. If you don't know how to love your brother, you abide in death. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Whosoever hates his brother is a murderer.
Is a what?
Whoever hates his brother is a murderer.
All you cats out here, man, saying you hate the school, saying you hate Command General Honor, saying you hate the brothers in the Isupk, you ain't murderer. You know, we don't hate these brothers. Ken McCall said, Brett, I don't hate them brothers. I just got too much love for my own. Right. I don't got no time to think about anyone that left. I don't got time to sit here, man, I wonder what so-and-so's doing. Man, I hope he's doing all right, man. I don't care what you're doing. The second you left here, you showed you don't love me. Right. Just like a woman. A woman, the day she leaves you, she walks out that door, she's showing she don't love you. That's right. Because if she loved you, she would have stayed. We all got women like that. There've been women that as soon as the little inconvenience happens, they out the door. But then you got the woman that actually loves you, that stays and tries to fight. She gonna fight with you. She gonna argue with you. She gonna tell you all types of cuss words and this and that and bro. But guess what? She's still gonna be there in that bed that night and the morning after. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with brothers. Brothers gonna be up in here and we gonna have problems. This is a nation. There're gonna be issues here and there, but nothing we can't solve. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, you know, this brother offended me. Or what we gonna do about it? We're gonna solve it amongst ourselves, or we need some help. And we need some help. Like, go to council. Council gonna rule it out. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything. When you out here doing this and doing that, and leaving your brothers on the front line, like, it's one of the biggest spits you can do in someone's face. You know what I'm saying? Leave the battlefield. Like, they call it desertion, the oppressor's army. It's one of the worst things you can do is a dishonorable death, dishonorable discharge, because you out here want to be a coward. Up in here in the Isupk, we not no cowards. That's right. No brothers that went out got surgery stand out the next day out there on post at camp. I know brothers out there that lost family members, lost babies, went out there and stood at camp. You know what I'm saying? I know brothers that lost their slave, and guess what? They was at camp the next day. That's what it's about. Even though I'm going through this, I'm not going to let you go out by yourself. You want to know why? Because I know this world hates you. I know it hates you, but I don't. I love my brothers, so I'm out there. That's right. I love my brothers, so I'm out there teaching class. I love my brothers, so I'm out there giving out clothing. I don't even got good clothes, but I'm giving out good clothing. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. I think it even says that. Hold up. Damn. It's all in here. Damn. All right, just go read all First John, man. Y'all gotta read First John. Because it ties into everything. It ties into everything I just said. If y'all think I'm saying this malarkey, BS, I ain't got much time, but y'all gotta read all of First John. What is it? The 3rd chapter. Read it. You want to learn how to be a brother. 1 John 3 touches a lot about brotherhood. Now, I forgot I didn't read this more in a minute. Yeah, it's the one right here. Keep reading where you was at. But if you online and you want to read more about brotherhood, there's 1 John 3. I'm telling you, you're going to look at brotherhood a whole lot different. Go ahead.
Count out God. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Whoever what?
Whoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Go ahead.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us.
Now we sitting here like, man, well, we know here that God loves us. Why? Because he laid down his life for us.
Right.
He sent his son to lay down to be a sacrifice for us. Go ahead.
And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
For who?
For the brethren.
And that's what we do every day here in the ISUPK. A Palestinian just rammed their car into the ISUPK in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Like, this is the beginning. This is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? For years, these white Klansmen that called us and told us they're going to come kill us and bomb us and everything else. And guess what? We stood firm on it. How many times we've been at camp and cats been like, man, I'm going to air this block out. And we stand there and say, go do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We stand there and stand death in the face for what? For the love of our brethren. You want to know why? Because Christ laid down his life for us. We willing to lay down our life for our brother.
That's right.
We willing to lay down our life for that crackhead you think is no good. We out here willing to lay down our life for your baby daddy you think is no good. We out here willing to lay down our life for that sister that got molested. We out here willing to lay down our life for those brothers on the reservation. They ain't got shoes. They ain't got clothes. They ain't got proper housing. That's what we willing to lay down our life for. Lay down our life for our brothers and sisters in dog cages at the border. That's what we here for, man. Right. We're not here for no fugazi, here to make ourselves up to be something higher and to make ourselves all famous. No. We out here willing to lay down our life for our brothers, man. That's why no cowards, no excuses. Right. And brothers that ain't been through the Hebrew Academy yet, you going to experience that. Hebrew Academy 2022, their slogan was for the blood of their brothers, man. And they proved it thoroughly. Because it's the brother, your brothers up in here. You got, like, you want to experience, like, some people understand what I'm saying. But once you go through the academy, once you sit up here in the ranks of the ISUPK, it's a whole different story. To sit here and see actual brothers that were willing to lay down their life for you. And a great example of that, Captain Marquardt, man.
That's right.
I got nothing but respect for Captain Marquardt, and you're going to respect him when you're around me. Because that brother came out here. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm skipping the line. He went out to Philadelphia, left his entire family, came back here, slept on train stations, slept in homeless shelters. Why? For the love of his brothers. He laid down his life, the life he once had. He could have stayed here, kept living good, kept doing cool things, kept living his job, but he went out there and learned at the feet of the generals in Philadelphia, where he knew nobody. He didn't know nobody. Came back with nothing, $100 in a duffel bag, and raised up mighty men. Why? For the love of his brothers. He showed that he was willing to lay down his life. So who am I not to sit here and do shamar? Who am I not to sit here and teach class? Who am I here not to help him organize food drives and clothing drives? Who am I not to sit here and assist in building Chicago, building the Midwest, building the Israelite School UPK? Because men like Commander J. Hunter slipped on floors. Men like General Muhammad paid a school's rent. Men like General Mayaki Alo stood when nobody else did. You know what I'm saying? Like, these brothers in here, we show that we love our brothers more than anything. But all these fake Israelite groups, all these fake organizations, all these politicians, religions, they show that they are full of it, that there is no love in them. Let me see if there's anything else. Damn. There's a lot in here. Yeah, y'all just going to have to read this. Give me verse 23, and we'll probably end it there.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 23.
Go ahead.
And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Jesus Christ.
Of his son what?
Of his son, Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
And love one another.
And love what?
And love one another.
Go ahead.
As he gave us commandment.
And what?
As he gave us commandment.
And it's a commandment that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans love each other. Now, I know it's some strange thing because we're such at odds. Excuse me. We're such at odds today. Like we was on the reservation. They thought black people never ever come out there to show them love. It was a powerful thing for them to see. It's a powerful thing for the world to see. Because you want to know why? It's easy for us to forget them. I was breaking it down to my brother Mayan, excellent brother, powerful brother that was driving us out there to the reservation. He never stood on Native American reservation before.
Right.
I was telling him it's an easy thing to forget about the Native Americans. Why? Because they've been conquered. They've been isolated. They've been thrown out to the corners of their own land. You know what I mean? Like the Hispanic brothers, you can't throw a rock while hitting a Hispanic brother. You know what I mean? They're a dime a dozen.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go to a construction site, they about 20 there. What's up, Pedro? You know what I mean? What's up, Jose? Rico, what's up, everybody? Black brothers, you go out to the ghetto, boom, they're right there. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Native American brothers and sisters, they just been thrown out and isolated. Like it's so bad. Like when I go around certain places and people look at me like I got my braids in or something, they look at me, they kind of stare. And I'm just like, why are they staring at me? Like I know I'm one West, so I just kind of probably that. But no, people come up to me like, are you Native American? Are you like, are you one of those? Like, are you Cherokee? Are you Choctaw? I'm like, yeah, man, I am. They can be like, can I touch your hair? Can I take a picture with you? I'm saying they're like, man, I'm a person. Like you over here talking to me like I'm a creature. You know what I'm saying? But because they've thrown the Native American brothers and sisters so far off, and now people don't even think they exist. That's why they made them mascots. That's why they over here made fun of them and named them after so many things: the Blackhawks, the Chiefs, the Indians, the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with us here in America. We're so separated and divided, and they did it so greatly with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that now we can't even see ourselves being friends or brothers. Like you see a black and Hispanic man walking together, some people turn their head like, what? Like, what they got going on over there? Like people get scared, they get intimidated because they're not used to seeing that. Because you know what? And this is why. I'm gonna end it with this. One of my favorite movies I ever seen. It's a messed up movie, long movie. Well, it's called Blood In, Blood Out. You ever seen it? There's a part where Montana, where he's walking out with Miklo. They was gonna transfer him to another penitentiary. He went to go see his daughter. He was walking out with him. He's like, Montana's like the head of the Mexican mafia or whatever, but he's there trying to unite blacks and Hispanics. And he told him, he's like, you don't get it, man. He's like, nobody gets it. He's like, I'm trying to unite black and brown. He's like, because that's true power.
Right.
In the place where they threw them in, he was going to unite them. Because we don't understand that true power is blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans coming together, loving one another. What we did at the Native American reservation under Commander J. Hunter, because Commander J. Hunter sent us out there. Commander J. Hunter sent us out there. He didn't send us to in India. He didn't send us out there to China and Pakistan, to Ukraine. Commander J. Hunter don't care about them. He said, man, let them do what they do. He sent us to the reservations. The people that have been here for 500 years, starving and dying for America. He sent us out there to the barrios for fellas. That's where he's sending us, to the ghettos. That's where he's sending us. Why? Because we lay down our life for our brothers here. We love our brothers here. And if you feel the same way, this is where you need to be. As a so-called Native American, black, or Hispanic, this is the place where we all need to be united against our enemies.
That's right.
Us coming together and loving one another is the most powerful weapon that can ever hit this place called America, man. And this is what's going to bring the coming of our King Yahushua Mashiach, who we ignorantly call Jesus Christ today in the English tongue. But with that, I'm Precinct Officer Kariaj. Joined to me today is Officer Azanyala, powerful brother, mighty brother coming up in this work. Appreciate y'all checking us out here at Isupk Chicago. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out all our social medias. Make sure you stay tuned in. Just subscribe to Command Jehana's Black Watch, aka America on Fire. I'm pretty sure it's live right now. Go check it out. We're gonna get with you, man. That shalom.